You're in America now, and we don't give a shit about you. You're not our fucking prince. You'll never be king. We hate your wife. Stay at home in your $29 million mansion. All right.
I would love reconciliation with my family. I don't know how much longer my father has.
The moment Prince William reportedly banned Prince Harry from the 2025 BAFTA Awards, it wasn't just a red carpet snub. It was a full-blown royal earthquake. No press release, no warning, just a cold, calculated silence. Harry, once the beloved soldier prince, now shut out from one of the UK's most glamorous nights, and by his own brother.
Harry's digging an even bigger hole for himself here.
Well, I think he's dug so deep now, he'll strike water any day now.
Prince William is reportedly formulating a plan to finally strip Prince Harry and Meghan Markle of their HRH titles.
Behind the cameras, this wasn't about seating charts or event protocol. It was personal. William didn't just close the door, he locked it. And what followed was a storm of rejection, resentment, and royal drama that spilled from the palace halls to international headlines. This is not just another feud. It's the final unraveling of the House of Windsor's most fragile bond. So what really happened behind the scenes? Why now? And has the monarchy just drawn its deepest line in the sand? Let's break down the drama that has everyone talking.
A new poll by Find Out Now has revealed that most of the public is supporting the king in this family feud, ongoing family feud, after Harry's bombshell BBC interview. It follows the Court of Appeal's decision to not overturn the ruling on his security in the UK.
It started quietly. No announcement, no leak, just whispers from palace insiders that Prince Harry had been denied an invite to the 2025 BAFTAs. At first, fans thought it was a mistake. Surely, someone had overlooked his name. But then, the truth came out. Harry had reached out himself. He had made the first move. A gesture that, to him, was simple. A small, non-political appearance at an event that celebrates British talent. But the answer came back hard and fast. Number. And that no didn't come from BAFTA security or PR handlers. It came from the top.
He's a duplicitous, self-centered, vile, disloyal hypocrite.
He won't speak to me because of this security stuff. But it would be nice to reconcile. If they don't want that, that's entirely up to them.
Prince William, who holds the title of BAFTA president, allegedly made the call himself. For Harry, it wasn't just a denial, it was a statement. A reminder that he is no longer welcome in the royal fold, not even as a guest. This wasn't about danger, logistics, or drama. It was about drawing a boundary, one that says, your choices have consequences. And behind closed doors, the message was loud and clear. You left, you spoke out, now you live with it. For William, it was about preserving the integrity of the night. For Harry, it felt like exile, delivered not by strangers, but by blood. What makes this sting even more is what Harry had hoped the night could be. After years of bad headlines, explosive interviews, and being painted as the rebel royal, this was supposed to be a quiet return. No drama, no speeches, just a symbolic presence. Something to show he hadn't abandoned his roots entirely.
We'll see King Charles do this because he's not confrontational. I don't think that he likes the fact that he's been accused of racism towards his grandchildren in Omid Scobie's book. So I think he's going to continue to tiptoe.
Sources close to Harry say he wanted to appear in the background to lend support to British creatives, not steal the spotlight. But William wasn't having it. He reportedly saw Harry's request as a potential optics nightmare. With cameras everywhere and tensions still sky high from Harry's memoir, Spare, and Meghan's Netflix series, William didn't want the focus pulled from the nominees and put back on royal family drama. The timing was just too risky. And from William's side, this wasn't revenge, it was risk management. One insider described William's mindset as protective, not petty, but to Harry, the blow was brutal. He thought he was reaching out with an olive branch. Instead, he got silence.
But of course, the real measure of success of both of them will be the same as it always has been. How much damage can they inflict on our royal family, on our monarchy? I said it before, I'll say it again tonight. King Charles should strip them of all their remaining titles and cast them out from any connection to the royal family. How could any of them trust them, as far as I could throw them?
The same brother who once walked beside him at their mother's funeral had now quietly erased him from one of the UK's biggest nights. The rejection wasn't loud. It didn't need to be. It was sharp enough in its silence. Behind closed palace doors, insiders say this was the moment everything shifted. Not just a denial, but a symbol, a red line drawn in gold ink. Prince William's alleged decision to block Harry was reportedly not made in anger, but in strategy. He's not just a brother anymore, he's the future king, and that role comes with expectations. As BAFTA president, William has worked hard to maintain a refined image. He's championed British creatives, supported emerging talent, and distanced himself from controversy.
The hypocrisy is beyond anything I've ever seen.
He's a duplicitous, self-centered, vile, disloyal hypocrite.
Letting Harry walk that red carpet would have brought everything he's worked to protect crashing down. Headlines about royal feuds, Meghan's absence, and old wounds reopening under the bright lights. William reportedly told aides he didn't want the BAFTAs to become a circus. He wanted it to be about art, not drama. And so Harry was quietly pushed aside. But it wasn't just about public image. This was personal too. William has stayed silent through years of interviews, documentaries, and memoir digs. But this was action. This was power, and insiders say it sent a loud message. There's no going back. Harry's reaction, according to sources close to the Sussex Circle, was a mix of disbelief and heartbreak. He reportedly felt blindsided. He had taken a risk by reaching out, trying to rebuild something, even if just symbolically. Being rejected by your own brother, on your own home turf, in front of the entire world? That's not just rejection, that's humiliation. Harry saw this as a moment to quietly shift public perception, to remind Britain that he was still part of its cultural fabric, but instead he was painted as a distraction, someone to be kept out of sight. And that stung.
A new poll by Find Out Now has revealed that most of the public is supporting the king in this family feud, ongoing family feud, after Harry's bombshell BBC interview. It follows the Court of Appeal's decision to not overturn the ruling on his security in the UK.
Meghan, as always, stood by him, but her silence spoke volumes. She made no statement, no social media move, no leaked comments. Some saw that as support, others saw it as detachment. Was she stepping back from Harry's royal pain, or simply protecting her own brand from another round of UK backlash? Either way, it left Harry alone in the fallout. And this time, there were no interviews or tell-all documentaries to explain it away. Just a man standing outside the gates, watching a kingdom he once called home celebrate without him. And then came the deeper cut. The realization that this wasn't just about the BAFTAs. It was about legacy, about how Prince Harry is now seen in the institutions he once served with pride. The military, the monarchy, the media, all of them now viewing him as a risk, not a representative, a liability, not a leader. William's alleged decision to block his brother wasn't isolated. It fits into a broader shift. The royal family is closing ranks. Public appearances are more controlled. Invitations are more calculated. And Harry's name, it seems, no longer fits the guest list. This marks a shift not just in royal PR, but in family loyalty. The brothers who once wore matching suits at their mother's memorial now can't even appear on the same guest list. That's not just a feud, that's a fracture, a generational crack in the crown that might never be mended. And what's worse, the world is watching it all play out in real time, on red carpets, in courtrooms, and across digital headlines. What could have been a quiet step toward healing has now become a defining break, played out on one of the biggest stages Britain has to offer. Critics say this latest move reveals something darker, how deeply personal this rift has become. William, known for his calm and measured approach, reportedly slammed the door shut. No more calls, no peace talks, no half-hearted apologies. In his eyes, Harry crossed lines that can't be uncrossed. The memoir, the interviews, the constant spotlight. It wasn't just frustrating, it was dangerous, especially for an institution built on tradition, image, and silence. And while King Charles may still hold out hope for a reunion, William, insiders claim, is finished. He sees the crown as something sacred, and those who undermine it, even family, must be kept at arm's length. Harry, on the other hand, believes he's telling his truth, that silence protected no one. That shining light on pain isn't betrayal, it's healing. But that difference in values, that's the real war. Not just between two men, but between two visions of royalty, one built on legacy, the other on reinvention. And that war, it's far from over. As for the public, they're split. Some say William did the right thing, drawing a boundary, protecting the dignity of an event that celebrates national talent. Others say it was cruel. That denying Harry a seat at the table sends a message far colder than any interview ever could. That family ties, even royal ones, are only as strong as the forgiveness they allow. But many are just tired. Tired of the drama, tired of the headlines, and tired of watching two brothers destroy what once felt unbreakable. What remains now is a fractured monarchy trying to move forward while dragging a very public, very painful past behind it. Whether Harry ever returns to a royal stage, or if William ever opens that door again, is uncertain. But one thing is clear, the world is no longer watching out of love. They're watching out of habit, and habit, unlike love, rarely forgives. So here we are, Prince Harry once the golden boy of the royals, now left standing in the shadows of an empire he used to represent. Prince William, once his closest ally, now the man reportedly responsible for barring him from a night that could have been a quiet truce. The BAFTA rejection is more than just a headline. It's a symbol of where things stand, of how far they've fallen, and of just how public this private war has become. No more subtle digs, no more silent treatment, just closed doors, missed calls, and cold shoulders wrapped in royal protocol. Whether there's a path back remains unclear, but one thing is certain, this rift has become more than personal. It's now historical, a royal fracture laid bare for the world to see. And the cameras? They're still rolling. Drop a comment if you're ready to hear the full truth, because in this palace saga, the drama never ends.